So how do you pronounce this word? I'm going to tell you, and I'm also going to tell you how amazed and surprised I was at something I found in this city on my recent visit. Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Sandy from Sandy Over 70. I hope you'll subscribe if you haven't done so already. It will help my channel and it's free. So let's start with the name of this city in Colombia, South America that I recently visited. Now, if you've studied Spanish, you're going to know immediately that the pronunciation of this city is Cartagena. However, I studied years of French and I looked at it and said, Cartagena. It's not really wrong. That's considered the American pronunciation. But who wants to pronounce a South American city? As an American, you want to pronounce it the way they do. So the answer is Cartagena. I visited Cartagena as part of my 11-day Southern Caribbean cruise on the Celebrity Beyond. This was the farthest I've ever been in the Southern Caribbean, and in fact, Cartagena is located in Colombia, South America. So I got to check that off my list as another continent that I have visited. Prior to the cruise, I hesitated almost till the end about booking an excursion in Cartagena due to a level 3 advisory that was out that recommended that tourists reconsider visiting Colombia due to crime, unrest, terrorism, and kidnapping. Pretty scary stuff. But as it turned out, I did book an excursion because the advisory for Jamaica, which was also on our itinerary, was even worse. That advisory was very similar and said that even if prosecutors arrest those who commit these crimes, they are seldom prosecuted. The whole thing was scary because I've been traveling to the Caribbean for 52 years and I've never seen anything like this. It's changing the whole atmosphere down there. In the end, I decided not to do an excursion in Jamaica, but I did do one in Cartagena. I had no expectation in Cartagena. I figured it would look like all the other Caribbean islands, and in a way it did. However, I was amazed at the skyline when we first arrived. This is a major city with high-rises, so that was very different. We did a panoramic city tour. Our guide was excellent. We visited the walled city of Old Cartagena, which is a required thing to see in this city. The walled city was certainly interesting to see. There were many people milling about, but I was surprised at the number of local women dressed in their country's colorful costumes that had fruit on their head and were willing to pose for pictures for a tip. Of course, I did one, and it was kind of funny because I had selected a lady to pose with. Another lady pushed her way right in there and also got in the picture. After this city tour, we got off of the bus and took a path back to the cruise ship. But surprisingly, there was a zoo right there at the cruise port, and you could walk past it and go directly to the ship, but I saw a sloth climbing a tree. Now, you don't see a sloth every day. I think they're beautiful animals, so I was spellbound taking its picture and just enjoying its slow movement. I said, I think we better check out this zoo. There's a variety of animals at this port oasis. Besides the sloth, we saw an anteater, and as we walked further in, we found that it's basically an aviary. These birds are really wild, but they seem to want to stay here because of the vast amount of food that is given to them. They can come and go. These parrots were gorgeous. Their colors were beautiful, and they were sitting on fences close to us because they put the food on the top of the fence, and the birds were used to eating there and used to seeing all of the tourists walk by. Next, we saw the peacocks. Oh my, it's seldom that you see peacocks, a few feet in front of you, opening their beautiful tail feathers. Male peacocks fan out their feathers as part of a mating ritual. The females will select their partner based on the length of the tail feather and the number of eye spots on that beautiful fan. They can also open it if they feel threatened. And I could understand that because we were very close to these peacocks, and they would open and close those feathers when we got close. Just as we were about to leave, we spotted a pond with beautiful flamingos. I love to watch flamingos standing on one leg. They're such beautiful birds. If you ever get to Cartagena, don't miss this wonderful eco zoo. Well, it's really hard to miss if you're taking a cruise because it's right at the cruise port. During our city tour, we did visit a military museum where there was a replica of an ancient ship. The best part was in the auditorium where a group of local dancers performed for the tourists.